live.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to a special edition of the Stone's Whisper. We're here on a Sunday because there's no such
We
thing as
can.
too much D&D. Because we can, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, Shauna, would you like to give us a little rundown of what happened yesterday?
Ooh, I could almost do this by memory, but I won't risk it because my brain is a sieve. Yes, so all of yesterday, 24 hours ago, we were fleeing from or not fleeing, we were making a tactical retreat. I think if we say fleeing, Hal will turn around. We were retreating from the blacksmith where we had spotted Brianna DePachi and the enforcer Doomfist. And they
I will
seemed
never
to
live
either.
your name down.
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
And maybe one day I'll be able to say it with a straight face, and then I'll let you off the hook. But probably not. It's just so funny. It's so like old school Marvel. Anyway, so we slipped out of there, but they didn't really seem to notice that we were slipping out or care. And Eva knows what this behavior is. This is the Apaches issuing a warning, saying that they can find us wherever we are. They know where we are. We're not safe. We're being watched. And that's fine. The group then debated a brilliant plan, I might say, but the boys were against it, of bombing Brianna and Doomfist into another plane. But we ended up deciding that we were not going to do that because people have never heard of fun. But it's fine. One
this
day
recap is a
it'll
little
happen.
biased.
What? No, not at all. This is actually what happened.
Yeah, and perfectly straight down the line
Yeah.
reporting. No bias.
Yeah, I don't swing it. Yeah. I don't sway either way. Anyway, so then we went off to the Waterdeep News to meet up with Sophie, who we were told to meet up with yesterday. So she is one wrinkly old lady. Suspect that she's some sort of fae blood in there. But she is, a kind of creepy old lady. Who, when we walk in, she kind of just seems to know who we are already. She even hinted that she knows Eva's real name, but she doesn't spell anything. She does then get to work attempting to glean some information on the recently kidnapped Cassandra. So she manages to do some kind of funky magic that we don't quite recognize. And she says that she can see Cassandra. She is tied up and looks afraid. She keeps eyeing this hole in the ground quite warily. It looks like she's in a temple to some old god. There's a man there with her covered in tattoos, and there is just a shit ton of snakes around, including a big one with legs. So that's great. Sophie does confirm that she seems to be on this plane, but is unable to glean much more of where she is. I think we leave from there and head to Valera Talos Creations to check in on the suspected replaced Last Lord. And so we go in there with a brilliant plan. Eva is invisible. Turnip used his hat of disguise to look really kind of uppity, a little bougie, a little fancy. And boy, howdy, did he once again put on a performance. So we met with Valera herself as she fussed over Turnip getting clothes for his servants, which I believe were me and Hal. And so while we distracted her and the pixie woman who was there sewing, Eva crept around, eventually finding a sort of office room with some paperwork that she sorted through and found a few things of note. One was some dressmaker's notes that were quite odd, which Eva made a copy of. And then two notes that were conversation between Valera and Beckerin Rage Chaser, confirming that she had something to do with the disappearance of Cassandra, and that Beckerin had orchestrated it or requested it, and that she had taken care of it. Something like that? Or no, vice versa. Anyway. And then Eva also eavesdropped on a conversation, hearing that May, the little pixie, kind of seemed to recognize Hal, but they didn't seem to recognize our group as a whole or quite know who we were. Yeah, so I think we left from there after looking over the notes. And then we split into two groups. The fellas are going to talk to Stygier about transportation to the Serpent Hill. And the ladies are going to go break into Velra's house. Definitely a good idea to have these groups split up this way. I can see no flaws, no problems, nothing
Absolutely
going
nothing
wrong.
can go wrong. Nope, nothing can go wrong.
Mhm. It's
all right.
the two with the greatest impulse control going off on a side adventure, I think.
Right. So I guess my first question is, who do we want to start with? Do we want to start with the fellas or the ladies?
Let's
start
start
with
with the
ladies.
fellas. Oh,
Yeah.
Ladies first.
okay.
Ladies first. All right. So ladies,
Yeah.
you are headed to Velra's home. It
Yep.
is daytime map, so please let me put on daylight mode. And I'm gonna bring everyone over. I'm gonna put all of your tokens on this map just so that everyone can participate, because it sucks to just have to listen while others are seeing things. So Turnip and Hal, you're not here, but you can move your tokens around just as visual aids. We are starting down here. Oh, it would help if I brought you to the map, right?
It would.
that
Yep.
make
Well,
it
It
easier
would.
for you? Jesus Christ, Kirsty. Okay, so this is the front door of Valra's home. It is a quite large and comfortable place. It's only the one story. It's not, sort of a big, massive, huge, fancy place, but it's definitely upper middle class, upper merchant class kind of place. She obviously does very well for herself with her business, and the house reflects that. It is in one of the nicer areas of Waterdeep, and everything looks well tended for. You can assume that she's got servants. She probably has a gardener, judging by the amount of flowers that are outside of the house that you can't see on this map. They're just invisible on the map. And yes, that's kind of where you're at. I brought you up to the front door. That doesn't mean you're entering via the front door. It's just that's where it is. And
Okay.
yeah.
So do you want... Mhm.
Does it look like the house is busy at the moment? Like, are there lots of people walking around, or is it kind of quiet?
It's fairly quiet. I would say there's lots of people moving around. Do you want to give me a perception check, please?
Yes, I
May
can do
I
that.
also be peeking?
Always be peeking. One more. Ugh. I think you should be too. Yes.
Oh
Yay.
yeah, sorry. Also guidance.
Um, yeah, Eva, you like can faintly hear some sounds within, not much. Cora, you hear the sounds of like chopping and dishes. It sounds to you like there's someone in the kitchen. That's probably all you can hear from sort of this vantage point. It does sound like the kitchen is kind of over in this direction, this side of the house.
Sorry, I didn't see if you.
Sorry, to the it's on the south side of the house.
Right. Down this way.
Yeah, like here-ish.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So do we want to be invisible?
I think that would be a good idea. I'd like to do a recce around the outside of the house first. See if we
All
can
right.
find
So we
any.
can have... You don't need more than an hour, right? Invisibility is an hour. It's fine. We're more than an hour. We're probably in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to be here any longer than about 10-15 minutes. If we can avoid it.
Oh, all right. Ooh, then we have 45 minutes extra being invisible. The day is ours. Okay, so I will cast it 3rd level to get both of us.
Okay. You are invisible.
Oh, it's fine. I was going to bring my duplicate up now so it's invisible also, but that doesn't make any sense. I can do that when I'm invisible. Right.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go round counterclockwise around the building.
I'll go with her.
Okay.
Do you want Blessing of the Trickster, or should I have it? You're slightly better at being sneaky. than me.
Yeah, maybe you keep you blessing yourself.
Go bless yourself. All right.
Yeah.
I will. I think actually let me double check, because I know in the 2014 version you couldn't give it to yourself. I think this one you can.
Okay. Have a look at the.
Yep.
Choose
You can
yourself
choose
or
yourself.
ranged
Or,
creature.
yep.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Me. I'm blessed.
Okay.
Have a peek in
So
the window.
conferencey room.
Looks like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks
dining
like
room.
all to you. It's quite large. It's got 2 tables. This map has some oddities to it, but we're just gonna ignore that. But yes, this does look like a dining hall. It looks
Okay.
sort of like it looks like maybe it's divided into 2 tables, one that like the family would sit at in a smaller, more informal setting, and then you could push the 2 together if you were having like a big dinner party.
Having a banquet or something.
Are
Yeah,
we
okay.
still psychically connected?
Yes, indeed.
Are we still psychically connected to the boys?
I believe so. Actually, we might not be. I think it has a range limitation.
Oh, well, I mean, we might be for the next like 10 minutes before they take off.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, a bedroom. Oh, a nice bedroom.
That is pretty. With a
This looks
Yeah.
like the master bedroom of the home. There's a
Yeah, I
nice
like the
bed,
faux
sort of
fur. Oh no, the fur throw on the bed. That's nice.
yeah, there's a lounge area in it. It looks quite comfortable. Much
Also,
bigger than any
lounge
probably
rooms and
bigger than some
bedrooms are
houses you've
strange.
seen.
A lounge in a bedroom. I've always found that quite strange. I mean, I guess you could entertain guests there, but I think there are better ways to do that than sitting in chairs.
Depends on how you want to entertain them, I guess.
Well, then why bring them to your bedroom? Oh, there's a person. Oh wait, we're talking in our heads. It's fine. We don't have to
Yeah.
whisper.
I like to think that you start whispering in your head. Just
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this looks more like a servant's room. There is a man inside, and he sort of walks past into the area that you can't see. You can hear him sort of shuffling around in there. It looks like this is his quarters.
Okay, probably nothing dire hidden
No.
in the servants' quarters,
No,
but you never know.
mainly keep an eye out for an office. I think that will be our objective. She's got to have a home office, surely.
God, I love looking through people's offices. Not that I make a regular habit of it. Oh wait, no, the knocks aren't here. It's fine.
DM suddenly realizing she forgot to put in a window.
Oh well. Oh yeah, there's just a gap here. There's a window in the middle of the floor, just
Yeah,
for
fix that.
ventilation.
Ow.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's for ventilation. If it gets too hot in the night, they can just get out of bed and open that window, and they'll be fine.
So
There we
there's
go.
2 beds in there and a piano. Are you?
Yeah, okay.
playing?
So this is one of those things I was talking about with the weird room. There's no beds in here, just the piano. This
Okay.
is a music
Okay.
room.
I
Why
had
would
some
you
Right,
put
okay.
questions.
a piano in a bedroom? It makes no sense. The hell person who made this map.
They're very strange. I mean, whoever made this, thank you for the map, but the bedroom
Yes.
piano, questionable.
Yes, it is a
Who
beautiful
doesn't have a good bedroom piano? You know, for the servants to come play you to sleep. Actually, you know, I wouldn't mind having a piano in my room if I had someone to come play me to sleep.
This looks officey.
Ooh, this looks nice.
So this is definitely an office. Again, scale is a little interesting here. The desk is not quite as massive. It's not what 5, 10.
It's not a 20-foot desk.
Yeah, it looks like a desk for giants.
Well, Hal could sit here if he knew how to read. I'm kidding. Hal can Hal read? Have we been over this?
I think I've seen him writing. I'm pretty sure he mentioned writing,
Oh,
so I
okay.
assume he can read too.
It would be impressive if he could do one but not the other.
Yeah. Oops. Okay.
Okay, so more just office.
Yeah. Okay, so that's probably going to be our priority.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll just finish the perimeter.
Do there seem to be any like magical implementations on the windows, like magic, like security thingies?
Give me an Arcana check, please.
I will also like to look for the same.
Sure. You can do the same then. Nope, Eva looks safe.
Okay. Guidance. Oh wait, no guidance, because guidance would drop invisibility. So
Yes, yeah, no
ignore,
guidance, yeah.
ignore. Oh, ignore guidance. I can't cast. All the same. 17.
With a 17, it looks clear to you as well. You don't see any signs of magical wards on the windows.
Okay, that's good. No
Okay.
wards.
I don't think there's any other ways round here, so
Yep. So to the office. Ooh, this is
yep,
fun.
I think so.
Fun girls' day out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also a little
You
bit
guys
of
head over to
breaking and
the
entering between friends.
office, and we're gonna just slide on over to the guys.
Yeah, do that.
So, fellas, you guys are going. I don't have a map for you here, so I'm just gonna leave us on this one rather than dragging us over to the Waterdeep map for no reason. But you guys head on over to where do you meet up with Stygia, I guess is my question. Are you going to he had a thing in Castle Waterdeep? Pygerian Palace. He would have a thing in
Yeah, I
Pygerian
mean,
Palace.
I think we'd probably start heading towards the castle, but we're definitely stopping for lunch on the way. That was the game plan. Hal is hungry.
Of course, yes, that's right.
Mm.
So are you stopping at one of those like little delicious stalls that just always seem to be popped up on a street corner somewhere?
I think Hal's too hungry for a stall. I think it's gonna have to be like an actual sit-down lunch.
I'll defer to Hal. I mean, I don't know any places, good places in Waterdeep.
Hell, where do you take him?
Um, let's do some sort of stew-based meal. So probably a tavern. Any sort of tavern between us and the castle. I don't want to be going off course too far.
Sure. Let's see. There's the Mighty Manticore Tavern in the Jester's Court.
Works for
There's
me.
your interactive map of Waterdeep.
Mm.
Oh, hilarious! The Mighty Manticore Tavern was a tavern located in the heart of the Castle Ward of Waterdeep. It is known for its hearty stew.
Hey, how
Perfect.
convenient.
That's the perfect place for us.
All right, so this is actually an interesting place for you guys to go. So you stop by the Mighty Manticore. It's a little bit of a more upper class tavern, but it's not super fancy. I think sort of more English pub style than anything else. And it's not somewhere where there's going to be a ton of crazy people when you're in the heart of Waterdeep, especially in this particular district. And its name comes from a stuffed and mounted lion's head that's located over the bar. And the legend has it that it is it is a manticore head. Most of the locals call it the mangy manticore because it's clearly a lion that someone has bought, not knowing what a manticore looks like. There's a lot of like merchants and politicians and that kind of people that swing by this place. So that's kind of the class of the clientele. And when you guys arrive, it's lunchtime. There's probably quite a few people there getting lunch. Like I said, it's famous for its stew. You head on inside and you see a broad array of people. A lot of them are dressed very finely in politician type clothes, obviously. I don't know what politician clothes are, in nice clothing.
Mm.
They've all got those big puffy neck pieces.
Yeah, yeah, something like that, or wigs or something. That's judges, though, isn't it? And yeah, you guys you pick a table, and immediately the waitstaff comes over, takes your order, and you see an interesting couple that are sitting not so far away from you. It's two men. They both look to be in their early 20s, and they're talking really passionately about and their voices are getting a little bit raised, which is kind of why you overhear them. They're not arguing, they're kind of agreeing with one another, but they're just getting a bit heated about it. And one of them sort of saying, this just goes to show this mask lord business doesn't work. No one knows who the mask lords are. They could be anyone, and they say that makes it better for the people, but that means that we don't know who they are. We don't know what their politics are. How do we know that they're doing the right thing for the city? And Lady Silverhand has been keeping really quiet about everything that's been going on. What good are they actually when they're in the middle of a crisis? That's kind of the stuff that's being discussed around you. Do you
It's like,
guys partake in any conversations? Do you just kind of sit and eat real quietly? Anything you want to do while you're in here?
I think Hal's just gonna try and hash out what the plan is for when we get to the castle. Like, we just gonna walk up and ask for Stygier, or is it gonna be there under a nom de plume? Like, how do you think the best course of action is, Turnip?
I don't know. Does he hate us?
I don't believe he hates us, no. But I mean, if he's trying not to be found, I don't know if he'll be there under his name.
Yeah, we should be fine then.
Right? In that case, I guess that's gonna be our plan. And yeah,
Yeah.
Hal just kind of tucks into his stew and his bread.
We's pretty good talkers. We'll get around it.
Lie by the seat of your plants. I like the plan. What could go wrong?
The way we'll get locked up.
All right, you guys, you enjoy your meal and you start heading on over to Pajarian Palace, and we will slide back on over to the girls who are currently breaking and entering.
We're about to be, yep.
Technically, there's no breaking involved. It's trespassing. I think they're different charges.
I hope so.
At least I
All
hope
right.
there'll be no break. As of the moment, there's no breaking.
As of right now, no breaking.
Okay.
So, do you want to lockpick or are they locked?
Yep.
I think I should just
seem to be.
bamf in and lift the window from the inside.
Let me lockpick it.
Okay.
Because if you cast anything else to get in there, actually no, you
I don't
can
have to
trade
cast
places.
my
You don't,
my
do you?
little
No.
duplicate
Okay.
can just swap.
I'm still gonna try the lockpick approach first, I think.
Yeah, by all means. I would
Okay.
cast guidance on you, but I can't.
Don't worry
so
about
sorry.
it. I will. Yeah, I'll get out the lockpicks and try and work on the lock.
Sure, go ahead, make me a lockpick check.
Okay, that is sleight of hand with advantage. That is a 22. Yeah, I think
The
I set on 22.
Are there thieves'
unlocks
tools?
easily under
Sorry?
your.
In this edition, thieves' tools aren't a check anymore. They're a modifier to a check. And if you have proficiency with the tools,
okay.
it's advantage on the check.
Yeah, it's like the first time I was trying to figure it out, I was like, what is happening?
What is
Yeah.
that?
It's weird,
Right.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Kirsty.
No worries. So with the 22, you have no problem. It's a decent lock, but obviously, you are highly skilled at this, and it's no trouble for you to open.
Okay. We get the window open, and then we slip inside.
Gorgeous. Ooh, nice. I want to scan the room to look for any traps or runes or anything like that.
Yeah, I would like to have a look around as well.
All right. Let's call these perception checks if you guys are just sort of scanning around with your eyes.
Oh, the urge to click guidance is so strong. Oof, 13.
15. I am going to, just for the sake of it, because I've not actually used this yet, and I keep forgetting to fucking use this, I am going to add a psionic energy dice to that roll. So that is an 18.
Nice.
I think that's the first time you've done that.
Yes, and I keep forgetting that I can do it. This is my problem. I keep beating myself up after the session, going, "Oh fuck, I could have rolled an extra dice and made that work."
You should make yourself a little macro that then asks when you click perception or something.
It only costs the dice if the check would fail. If the check fails as a result of doing the dice too.
Oh,
that's cool.
Which is kind of nice. Yeah.
Well, it succeeds.
Cool.
So, yes, the two of you take a look around the room. There's this quite large desk at the center with a quite large
Mm.
chair. There's a small couple of like bookshelves off to the side. There's some cabinets here. There's a few papers scattered on the desk. As you take a quick look, nothing of crazy interest off the bat. And there are two statues standing in the corner. And Eva, they're not statues, sorry, plates, suits of armor kind of deal.
Hmm.
You've been in this game long enough. Those are probably animated.
Sure.
They probably have some kind of trigger. Doesn't look as though you've triggered them yet. But no one just puts random suits of armor in their house.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of say through the link, keep clear of those statues. If they move, we just immediately leave. Okay.
All right.
I
That
don't
sounds,
need
yes,
to
I don't want to get into a fight today.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's start going through drawers. This is my favorite part.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a rummage through the desk, try and find anything important.
Or
The second-
interesting.
The second you touch the desk, the statues start to move towards you.
Nope, they don't. Stop it.
We're going to need to roll initiative.
Oh, hell.
Oh, we could have seen this coming.
We should have done. Oh, well.
Ooh.
Hey, twins! Let's go.
Guys,
Oh, fuck.
do you, just to keep you in this combat, do you guys want to handle the armor?
Sure. I'm gonna have to find out where they went. I wasn't moving around with everybody.
We're hiding. Now, can they see? Oh, they can probably see us. They don't have eyes to begin with.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is the question. We are invisible, but then they might have blind sight or something, I guess.
I would assume so because they don't have eyes, so they're like little construct thingies.
Yeah.
I guess we're about to find out.
Sorry,
I like, hey, steer clear of the armor. Not 2 seconds later.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Alan, Turnip, you guys are in the room so you can see. You can each take an armor. I've given you guys access to the character sheet. Enjoy killing your allies.
I was wondering
not pulling any punches.
I saw the sheet pop up.
Yeah, maybe just be so kind to little Ash, please. Maybe it would be nice.
Right. Who's taking the animated armor with the 18 initiative?
I can only control the top one, so. Oh, actually, no. Never mind.
You should be able to control both of them.
I'll go first then.
Sounds good.
The boys go for lunch and then to visit Hal's dad.
This is perfect. I'm actually going to pop downstairs and top up my coffee while you guys fight. I'll be right back.
We do get out.
Sure. I suppose the armor wants to kill you too, so they're gonna sprint. A dash.
Fuck. Okay.
That's the action though.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine.
That's
good. Is it? Yes.
Guess who's right next to it for sneak attack? There you go. The battle music is intense.
Okay, we're leaving.
I mean, I don't. We haven't found anything yet.
True. All right, we'll see what we can do. Problem is that it's going to make me visible if I attack this damn thing.
Oh, right. Well, I can recast invisibility if I need.
Okay. Question, do they actually have blind sight on their sheets? Just to know whether or not I'm attacking with advantage or not.
They do.
They do. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yep. Blade.
20's a hit.
Cool. So damage.
It does no damage.
What?
They are immune to psychic damage.
I'm not dealing psychic damage. I'm dealing radiant damage.
Radiant.
Oh, thank God. I was like, okay, we're leaving. You're the damage dealer here. Yeah, good luck. I'm just here to chill.
So offhand, and we will. Am I getting out of here, or am I just trying to kill? I think we're trying to kill. So
And we haven't found anything yet. If it starts to go bad, ooh, saucy.
Yeah,
If it starts to go poorly, we can leave.
So 24 radiant. Yeah.
I also wonder if
Okay.
we're going to be overheard, though, is the problem.
Yeah. So that was action, bonus action. How far did I move? X. There. Going to move to there to prevent them from getting closer to you.
Yes, Kirsty, I'm always watching for when you're rolling.
Yep. End turn.
Okay. Oh, that one's dead?
Yep.
Oh, shit. I don't even have to do anything. I'll just stand here. No, I will, if she's broken her invisibility, might as well break mine. I am gonna, because it'll break, I am gonna, like, pull a hood over my head or something. I don't know. I'll just try to hide my face a bit. And I will just cast a little sacred flame on this animated armor here. Which is DC 14 Dex save, please.
Oh.
Well, okay. I do nothing.
The only
But I
time I
will.
roll well is when I'm not playing as Hal.
Aw. No, the
Yeah.
hell curse is kind of broken. It's fine. And I'm just gonna duck below the desk and scoot over here a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
All of its movement and its action to dash to get there.
Okay. That one is dead. Correct. That one is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sure seems so.
Cool. Move up to here.
Yeah, these things aren't that challenging, right? And you did
they're not too
a
bad.
fuck ton of damage.
Yep.
You hear a scream. Peter, there's someone in the mistress's office. Come quick! Oh no!
Oh shit!
Fuck. Leaving. We have been rumbled, so leaving probably for the best.
Yes. Oh, this is. We've sort of found some stuff that we needed anyway. It's fine, right?
Yeah, we got evidence. We got evidence that that she's working against us. Let's just get out of here.
Oh, all right.
Leap through the window. Another 10 feet. There you go. I'm not going to dash. I am going to hold my action to dash for Cora to actually be like out of the window and close to me.
All right, I will wave at the animated armor, dip out the window, close the window, and I will go here, and then I will cast invisibility on both of us again.
Oh, nice.
We don't want to be seen leaving.
Okay. And yeah.
So yes.
Then I will not dash.
Please do.
Right. And I
I'm
think
so
that
frightened.
will take us out of combat as the armor will not leave the room. So I'm going to close this down. Thank you guys.
I'm so nosy about what's in that desk now. Why is it? Hear me
we
out.
probably wanted to search the rest of the room first before we did anything else, but now they're at high.
Hear me
now
out.
they're
Now,
at high
the armor's going to go unanimate in the corner. Why don't we just kill it?
Because that's going to make a lot of noise.
I just want to know what's in the desk. It's
I know.
fine.
Let's just get out of
this
here.
is what's going to get me killed. All right.
As you guys are discussing, you hear the sound of a key in a lock.
Ooh, actually, I'm going to go watch in the window. I'm nosy. I'm invisible.
There's a key sound in a lock, and a man dressed as like a butler comes rushing in with a maid not far behind. You saw the man earlier. He was up in that room. And they come running in, and they see the armor on the floor, and the maid here says, "Oh, oh no! Oh, look at this! We've got to let the mistress know. We've got to let her know right away. Oh no!" And Peter presumably says, "I'll go use the sending stone and let her know. You just keep an eye on things here. Let her yell if you see them again." And he heads out of the room. She sort of looks around and sort of stands there. It looks as though she's been told not to touch anything because she looks like she wants to go start cleaning, and then sort of like steps back from everything as though that's probably a bad idea, and just stands basically guard in the room.
I need you to know it's taking all of my strength right now not to use thaumaturgy and have the room shake. I'm not going to do it. I'm just really thinking about it.
Definitely don't. Let's just get out of here.
I won't. It would be funny. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Lunch?
Yes, that sounds amazing.
All right.
All right, so the girls head off to lunch. I'm going to bring us to the map of Waterdeep now. And fellas, you guys are heading to Pygerian Palace to meet up with Stygier. Pygerian Palace is here on your map. And it is so there's two castles in Waterdeep, right? Castle Waterdeep and Pygerian Palace. Pygerian Palace is more the seat of the council, and that is where all of the government buildings are, and where Stygier has rooms. What do you guys do? How do you proceed?
I think we walk as far in as we can before we're stopped by some sort of guards, and then we say we're searching for an audience with Stygier Thunicalathi.
I would
pretty much.
Suggestion, if you're like on voice with me, I would suggest like Masked Lord and then describe his build rather than actually outing his name. Remember what your dad said about naming Masked Lords.
I'm not sure he's staying here under the guise of the Masked Lord.
He said it wasn't a good idea for us to come because he would have to dress up as a Masked Lord to be here.
Are they just going to grant two random people an audience with a Masked Lord?
I mean, they'll ask the Masked Lord if he wants an interview. Say your name.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we'll try that. I guess we'd like an audience with the biggest Masked Lord you've got.
the biggest Masked Lord you can find.
Like, I'm talking the hunkiest Masked Lord you have.
I'm imagining the Simpsons meme about give me the beefiest Masked Lord you've got. No, wait, that's too beefy.
So you go up to one of the staff that are there, and you say that you would like an audience with the biggest Masked Lord they've got. And surprisingly, the staff member bows and says, "Your name, please, sir."
Hal Thunicalathi.
Yes. There is a Masked Lord in residence, and he did say he was expecting you might visit, that he had business with you. Please follow me. And you are taken into a chamber. There is a sort of a door that is open for you, and then the two of you are permitted to go through. You're sort of allowed to go through alone, and then the staff member closes the door. And then sort of not very long later, just maybe a 5-minute wait, someone comes through the doorway. It is obviously your dad, though he is dressed in the robes of the Masked Lord, and you wouldn't really know it was him to look at him. You obviously, you would think, oh, I would recognize his build. There seems to be some kind of disguise on the robes themselves to make his build match more of a stereotypical, like all the lords, to make them look the same so that you cannot differentiate them. And with the mask on his face, and when he speaks and he says, "Greetings, Hal and Turnip. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me." Even his voice is different. It has been changed to be just to strip out everything that sounds like your dad, and you're just meeting this masked figure.
Oh man, Hal's on edge now. First
Great
question
question.
for him is it safe to speak in here?
We must only speak of things of masked lords.
Yeah, oh man, I'm on edge. I don't know if I want to give him this damn copy of the note.
Maybe check that he is. Do your security question. Check that he is who he says he is.
I'm not sure if he'll answer because of where we are. I'm not sure who's listening.
Wait a minute. We're alone with him, right? In a private room?
You are alone in a private room.
Well, why not just, out of character, why not just ask him to, like, lift the mask slightly? Since he's your old man, just a little bit.
Is the place warded?
You can do an Arcana check to see if you can figure that out.
Jeez, yeah, okay. Let me just roll real high. There we go. That's real good for me.
Good. Yeah.
That's pretty darn good. You would assume, Hal, that this is the seat of government in Waterdeep. I think it would be safe to assume that every room is warded. There are eyes and ears everywhere, both on your side and against you. This is just one of those places where, you know, you it's like me at work. I'm being filmed 24/7.
Oh,
You're being
gosh.
filmed 24/7.
Oof.
Hot.
Just at work. Just to be clear.
I will respond to him and
No
say,
judgment.
we've gathered information into the task you assigned us to look into. However, I need to know I'm sharing it with the Masked Lord I believe I'm sharing it with.
He says, what does he say? He says you are sharing it with the Lord you believe it to be sharing it with. As to how to prove that to you, I am the one you spoke of earlier. I do know of your teammates, Eva and Cora. And I know the meaning of your sword.
Is there a table in the room?
Sure, yes, of course.
I drag the table and I put my arm ready for an arm wrestle.
Yes.
And I just say, prove it.
Yes.
Hold on. What if you reach your hand underneath and you just feel around? Cause it's you because you know who, and I'm pretty sure you just feel around the mask, and I know you're familiar with it because
Oh, I didn't think you were talking.
I feel
about
like
the
that's
mask.
getting real close to execution grounds.
Yep.
He puts his arm on the table and says, "Very well."
Yeah, and I will try and arm wrestle my father.
All right.
I mean, if anybody's going to beat me, it's going to be him.
It's a struggle. It's a bit of a fight. I assume he probably wins in the end.
I would expect as much.
Over 20
I go, okay,
probably.
it's him, Turnip. We can give him the paperwork.
All right. I'll give it to him.
He takes it and he looks at it and he says, "This is very interesting. Very interesting indeed." And this is
I'll also mention
you're showing him both the things that you got at the dresskeeper's shop, or are you just showing him one note? Or
I think it was both transcribed onto one parchment. So
okay, so you're showing him. All right. So he first of all he says, "Well, this is excellent. I think it is imperative that you head to the area that is indicated on this map." And again, he just seems to be a little bit careful with his words in here. It's very important that you head to the area indicated on this map to retrieve the item that we are searching for. I will be of any assistance that I can to help you get there. And this second piece of information is also quite interesting to me. Do you mind if I take this note and share it with some friends of mine?
May we have a copy of it first?
Of course.
So yeah, we'll make a copy of
I
it.
should make a copy.
I'm also going to mention to him that an old arena fighter has taken an interest in me. It appears he's being employed by a noble family in the city.
Ah, really?
Yeah, he about like this big and like this wide. I
Yeah.
think he was green. Was he green? Was he green? I forgot.
He
I
was
believe he's
gray,
a,
wasn't he?
Was he
I believe
gray?
he's an
Green?
elf, but it's Doomfist. He came around a
Oh, we just don't
smithy that
name
I
drop like that.
frequent.
Okay.
Right. That is definitely good to know. I shall see what I can do about that situation as well.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell they feeding
Hell
out there?
yeah. Fight, 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 fight.
Do you have any means of getting us to the area to retrieve the item we seek? Quicker, the better.
Yeah, it's pretty far away.
I have a couple of options that I can offer you. Um, we can employ a mage to teleport you as close as we can get. The difficulty with that is you will not be able to teleport back. You will have to find your way back. The other option is I can see that you are assigned some griffins from the stables.
My mount may object to me using another mount, if I'm being honest.
You mean like them flying thing? No, no, no. Mm-mm. Leaves weren't. Listen, let me tell you something. The leaves weren't meant to fly. I'll tell you that much. Heard a story
Well,
back then. My great uncle. Back in the
we
old
can.
country. It was bad.
As I said, we can teleport you, but only to a place where the teleporter is aware of, without the risk of something going wrong.
Yeah, I
And if
mean
we
close enough's fine, right here. Close enough's fine.
Close as you can get us, we can make our way from there.
Yeah, we
Seems
need
like
to
the
go
best
to
option.
you know, I wanna pantomime a snake.
I mean, the rest of us can have griffins and you can have Perlabash. That's also fine.
Perlash, unfortunately, would not be able to keep up with your griffins, so.
Turnip is terrified of heights.
Aww.
Salt of the earth. His feet enjoy being planted to the ground.
Aw.
I think the teleportation is probably the best route for us to take, and we need to come up with a better way to meet so we can discuss things away from prying eyes and ears.
Yes, that is something that I am actively working on. By the time you return, I should have something in place. He hands you a piece of paper with a name on it. This is the name, Dora Dark Pocket.
Okay.
And he says she will be at the Yawning Portal. I will send word for her to meet you there, and you can make further arrangements.
Just have her ask. What's his name? Dornan.
Durnan?
Durnan. That's it. Have her ask Durnan for us.
I shall.
Well, until we meet again, I suppose, and I will extend a hand to shake.
He puts out his hand and shakes it, and he gives you, a little squeeze.
Oh.
Right. I guess let's go to the portal. It's about that time. I could use a pint anyways.
Yeah. Sir? I
Sounds good.
forgot.
So you guys,
Forgot to extend my pleasantries and shake his hand. I'm
he
sure
holds
his
out
hand
his
dwarfs
hand.
mine.
It does. It's like when you're a kid and you were getting a handshake from like an adult,
Aw.
and
I'm
your
just
hand
touching his
just
palm right now.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He's surprisingly gentle with you. He doesn't. He's not quite as rough as he is with his son.
Could be really
Yeah.
disorienting because like you see one thing, but then when you feel his hand close around you, you're like that hand's way bigger than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Turnip's more of a
Okay.
farm animal his entire life. He's used to it.
And I guess we'll probably hang around in front of the palace until the other two get within range of the telepathy, and we'll just be like, "Hey, we're going to the portal. Meet us there."
Hey, why do you keep calling your old man by his first name? Isn't that kind of disrespectful?
Well, it's a matter of familiarity. I would address others in the clan by their earned name. So in his case, it would be Wormslayer. That is the highest form of respect. But among familiar relations, first name is fine.
I guess that's a thing in your people's culture.
I believe so. In honesty, I've spent most of my life in Waterdeep, but he did try to instill some of our culture in me as I was growing up.
Shit, let me tell you something. If I called my dad Clarence, he would have whooped me 5 ways a Sunday.
All right.
I
So you
think
guys.
as we walk, I'll just ask for more of his like cultural stuff. That's very interesting. Why is that so?
We's God-fearing people down in Yoku. God's-fearing people. We consider, we consider it very. I don't know how it is in the big city. Maybe y'all's just an exception, but you call your parents by their first name. Whoo, that's a whooping. That's grounds for a whooping. Very disrespectful.
We'll keep that in mind. In that case, what should I be? Should I be referring to you as something other than Turnip?
No, it's just it's just kids to their parents. You don't gotta refer to me. You can call me what the hell you want. I mean, you can call me Godric for all I care, but I never cared for Godric. My parents like Godric, but everybody calls me Turnip because, well, it happens.
What about a random merchant in the town? How would you refer to them? By their surname?
By the first names,
So you
or
extend
I mean,
less
well, it
respect
depends
to a
really.
merchant than you do your parents?
Oh shit.
Was that? Ask that again.
So you extend less respect to a merchant or a traveling dealer than you would your parents?
Well, yeah, because they're my parents. Merchant's a stranger. I mean, I probably call them Mister or Mrs. Whatever their last name is, if we're unfamiliar. If it's like a stranger. But if they just like a regular old, I mean, we get a lot of like regulars coming through the town and stuff because they be traveling down the main roads and all that, and up and down the river from Daggerford, making runs and all that. But normally we just if we's like familiar, we just call them by first name.
Hal seems
And
confused, but he goes, "That's very interesting. I will keep that in mind."
yeah,
All right. And with that confusing conversation, you arrive at the
I mean
portal.
it's like that today. You don't call your parents by their first name.
God no.
No, 100%, but different like
I mean,
culture entirely.
I could have. I have the option to. My parents don't mind, but
Oh,
not.
I
Not
know
very
some
the
glad
people
for
same.
that do.
I'm very happy for you, Nick.
Yeah, I know some people. I feel like my parents wouldn't be angry. They'd just be like, "What the hell? That you've never called us that."
You're like, what the
I don't
hell
think
is
they would
wrong
like
with
it.
you? Like, I'm
Yeah,
dad. I'm not
yeah.
this. What? We ain't friends. The fuck?
Like I call them like 900 different variations of mom and dad, but like never their first names. You know?
Yeah, interesting. Everyone's different, eh? It's
Mm,
always
yeah.
Mhm.
always interesting. Okay, so you guys meet back up at the portal. Having discussed how you refer to your parents as. I don't know how we get on these sidetracks.
Mm.
It's important.
Um,
Listen, you want me to burn time? I got all day. I can do this all day, man.
I
no, I
love
gotta keep
stupid
the
in-character
campaign going.
conversations.
My
They're so
God.
fun.
And when you finally get there, it's not very long before there is someone asking for you. And it turns out to be Dora Darkpocket. Dora is a half elf. She is a little bit bookish, is probably the kindest way to refer to her.
Nerd.
Yeah. She's just one of those people that is she's when she walks in, she's actually got her head in a book, and she seems to be like flipping through pages as she walks into the door, almost walks literally into the door. And then sort of comes in and kind of looks around surprised, like, oh, I made it, I'm here, and goes up to Dern and asks him, I'm looking for, I guess she would probably be searching out Hal. And you are pointed out to her, and she comes wandering over, and she says, hello, I believe you're expecting me. My name's Dora. Hi.
Hal
Are
will
you
stand
expecting
up
me?
and say,
Oh
"Thank you
God,
for
did I?
coming," and shake her hand.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh my goodness, I thought I had walked up to the wrong people right then. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, how you doing?
Um,
I'll shake her hand.
She shakes her hand back. She's one of those people, she doesn't have a great handshake. It's kind of like a little bit
Limp-wrist.
limp, yeah. And she sort of, do you mind if I sit down? These
Go
books are
ahead.
getting
oh, by all
heavy.
means.
Hey, you need
Thanks.
some help with that? Yeah, I'll pull the chair out for her.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
And yeah, she sits down and she sort of pulls her books out on the table and says, so I understand you guys need some magic casting? What, you looking at some
Yes. How
teleport?
much information were you given before this
Just that
meeting?
you needed a teleport spell and that I was to help you and that it would be covered by the council.
Yeah, we just need to get from point A to point 2.
Right, I think I can do that.
So from here to the
Uh,
I'm gonna pantomime the snake again. To the Serpent Hills.
Right. Okay. Let's look at a map
mm-hmm.
and see where
Are
I can bring that is close.
okay.
Are we all there? Just clarifying.
I assume we probably are.
You guys are in Waterdeep.
Are there any
Just as a
towns along the way?
reminder, the hills are over here by the High Moor.
Daggerford is right there. I'm sure we'd be welcome.
I'd have to go via Dragon Spear if we were to make our own way there.
Go Najara? Oh no.
Are you
Particularly
able
the
to
sort of forest of
scry?
worms.
Are you able to scry at all? She asks the caster.
That's a good question. Let me see what level Scry is, and I will let you know.
Fifth.
Yeah.
If you can
Sure.
cast teleport, you can tap.
Yeah, I
you can,
assume
you
she
can
can if she
cast.
can.
Yeah, I can absolutely Scry. Yes.
Okay. Because we are going to rescue someone, and I was figuring if you saw them, you could maybe have the familiarity of the area around them to send us somewhere close. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, so with teleport, with this spell, sorry, I'm bringing it up right now. I have it up. If it's somewhere I've seen casually, I've got about a 1 in 3 chance. Oh, sorry, 1 in 4 chance of hitting the target.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm looking
That's
at this.
not
It's
great.
about a 50%. It's about 50%.
No, I love it.
Okay.
That's great. I love the 50% odds.
Out of character, there is we could I don't know if she knows about the Skyer Bridge and the town of Sobar. that's around? I'm just looking at the actual like more detailed map of Star
Yeah,
Coast.
so Borskir Bridge is right here. It's not actually on your map, but that
Yeah, it's
is
like
it
right there.
crosses the Serpent's Tail,
Mm-hmm.
or the Winding Water. Sorry. So that is definitely somewhere she could get you to. She has the reason that the reason that they asked me is that I've been up and down the Tradeway several times,
Okay.
so I'm quite familiar with that. I can get you to Dragonspear. Dragonspear is a castle. It's probably not a place you want to go and visit, but
Mm-hmm.
it is a landmark that I can take you to. Dragonspear, just so you know, lots of like demons and devils and things there. Just be
Oh
careful.
joy. No, maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
Um,
so
is the
you're okay if you
closest you
just
can
walk
get?
past it. Like I can take you to the road outside of it. Just don't go inside.
Mm.
What is the
Oh, no, what's
closest you could get to the
inside?
Serpent Hills with 100% accuracy?
Or like
Uh,
85% accuracy.
Mm.
probably either
100%
Dragonspear,
accuracy.
probably either Dragonspear or Borskir Bridge
Okay.
are the.
yeah,
There's no
If
teleportation circles that I'm aware of nearby. That would be the one with 100%
okay.
accuracy.
If you've
see the
scryed an area and seen it beforehand, does that give you any better better opportunity?
So
We broke her.
Mm.
Kirsty, did you mute yourself?
No, she died. It's deeply
it does.
unfortunate.
Okay. So
So
The
So
anticipation is killing me.
you
I
cut off
see.
again after so?
All right. Viewed once or described.
This is all about tension building here.
Oh my god, this table is so confusing. Okay, yes, I understand. Viewed once or described, there is a 25% chance of you arriving on target. Seen
right.
casually, I've got about a half chance, 50% chance of getting you there on target. Somewhere I'm very familiar with, there's a 75% chance. And then a permanent circle or a linked object would give me 100% accuracy, but we don't have.
Did you teleport to a person? We have a linked object to a person.
Yeah.
No, it has to be a destination.
Okay,
Uh,
well that's
I, s-
less.
I suppose then the best place is either the bridge or Soul Bar down in the south. Because if we do the bridge, y'all see here, I'm gonna point my big old finger on the map. Because we can travel up the waterway. We can travel up river and get all the way up to Serpent Hills. Well, we don't gotta walk.
Mm.
I'm fine with that. I mean, it's a nice area. I've been through there.
And plus,
How?
it beats walking into the forest.
Yeah.
God's only knows what's in there.
Yeah,
How
I would probably
long would
rather
it take
avoid
to
that.
get to the Serpent Hills from that bridge? Is my question.
Yeah, do we have like a week, a few days?
Let me look at my big map. I'm gonna
Oh,
bring you
cool.
guys on.
200 miles.
This map is actually accurate to measure on.
Okay.
I just don't use it very often because it's so
Super low res.
large.
Mm. We're looking about 100 miles.
Yeah.
150 miles.
So if we travel by boat on the river, we don't have a boat.
You
Well,
can buy one for your bridge.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can
Oh
buy
yeah, of
one.
course. Yeah. Right.
Hell, I'm pretty sure we can. Can't we like? Can't you zip us with one on our backs? How's big? How's big enough to carry one?
That's true. Or we could just have Hal float and we could use him as a boat. That'd be fun.
Hal will remind you that he is in plate armor and probably does not float.
True
point.
enough. It's not fun.
Yeah.
We
Plus, it's
could
really
have a
nice.
Hal submarine.
It's nice the time of year.
It is. I'm from further south, actually. It's quite nice this time of year.
Okay, so is that where you're interested in heading to then, Borskir Bridge?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
miss.
think that's probably the best. Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay. I can, like I said, I can certainly get you there. You just let me know when you want to leave.
All right, we just gotta
I
get ourselves.
mean,
So y'all want to buy a dinghy here, or do you want to buy a dinghy over there?
it'd be easy to just buy one there, right?
Yeah, we'll get one
Yeah,
there.
but we
Yeah,
still
I mean,
we
listen,
just
I
going
drove
to a
past
bridge
it
though.
before. Yeah, is there somewhere nearby that you could buy something from? I've
Yeah,
been by there, I think.
yeah, Soul Bar. It's a town a little bit further south. I'm gonna point to it.
So
I'm assuming there's an
Forest
indicator.
Bridge actually has a town there.
Oh, does it?
Forestier Bridge is a town, is a bridge itself. There is also a small. It's more of a tent city that is full of traveling merchants and with a couple of like permanent tents that have been set up. So there is a permanent settlement there. You will be able to buy a boat right there at Borskier Bridge.
All right, then
Okay.
we'll buy a dinghy over there then.
Yeah, we can supply up
Yeah,
when
that
we
seems
get
fine.
there.
I mean, yeah, I guess are we just going now?
I'm gonna look all over, just like pat myself down. I got everything on me, which is
Mm.
pretty
I mean,
much nothing except my
I'm gonna have
pack.
to ask my neighbor to take care of my plants when I'm away, but that's fine.
Well, you might as well go now.
I can just send her a
How
message
many
tonight.
how many
All
days
right,
of travel are we looking at?
couple.
I mean, that's
So,
just to get there.
yeah,
More than one.
I'm gonna have to come with you when we teleport. It is a spell that is targeted on self. I will wait for you at the bridge so that I can teleport you back home as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really got to do all that. You can just walk home if you want. But all right,
That
we appreciate it.
is a long
Walk
ass
home.
walk.
Or
I
you can
won't be
just teleport
walking.
back. We can walk back.
No, I'm
I
being
don't know
paid.
if we have the time to walk back. There's sort of a
Mm.
lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Well, if we, secure the package, and I mean, we just kind of got all the time in the world. Then I call that
No,
that's an
that's
accomplishment.
true.
Mm. I
Now
There's
still
sort
think.
of a lot.
we far south. They ain't gonna touch us here.
Yeah, but the other people, which is the problem.
Mm. Yeah.
I do,
All the time we're out of the
that if
town,
if
they're
they were just if yeah.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, all the time we're out of the town, we're giving them free reign to do whatever the hell they want. We need to be out and back as quickly as we can.
Yes, I mean, listen, if it was just they were just targeting us and we were the only things they cared about, I'd have left town ages ago. But we're not. We're just sort of the only people stupid enough to get involved. So time is important. Thank you, Cora.
No problem.
Yeah.
I think we leave
get going.
tonight.
Yeah.
But Hal's gonna get up and go see Durnan, and he's gonna go purchase some rations and another water skin from Durnan.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. Durnan carries a small amount of adventuring supplies that, for people heading down into the portal. So you're absolutely able to get a water skin. And Dora sort of nods in approval and she says, "That's a good idea. It's a desert. No, it's not. It's a. Never mind. It's a
Nope.
marsh.
The marsh.
You're going through the high moor.
Okay, well, if we're going tonight, maybe I don't know. Anyone else need to pop out, pop home, pop somewhere?
I mean, I go check up on Big Tug. Make sure he ain't gonna be
Oh,
lonely all
right.
by himself.
Oh,
Yeah, let them know what's
I
going
can find
on.
him. Yes, but maybe make sure he does not come with us. I don't. Unless he can hold his own, but I don't know.
Oh, he ain't gonna come with us. He's still got a
No.
job.
So do I. Let's make this so clear. I also have a day job that I'm skipping out on.
Yeah, but that's your in in that's your thing. You chose to do that.
No, I didn't.
Maybe go and let your editor know where you're going, and then
Yes.
because I mean we're technically doing the investigation that he tasked us with.
I know he
Still.
won't. I don't think he'll care. I think he'll be all for it. It's usually when I fuck off for long periods of time on the job, he'll just bring me back a good story. So it's fine.
Okay,
Balance
so
my day job with adventuring.
you guys sort of take a moment to split off and do what you need to do. Turnip, you go check on Tucker.
Yeah, I just told him to, stay safe in case he gets jumped again.
When you get there, he has so Hal has strategically placed large objects, if you recall, around the rooms.
Mm.
Tucker's gone a step further, and he's got ahead and he's put some of the you remember like the old bear traps and wolf traps that you guys used to set up around the farm to keep the animals out.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Rope
there's
snares, everything. Rapid
yeah,
snares.
he set up a few of those around the property just to keep himself and he says, when I would just want to make sure this place is safe for when Miss Cassandra comes back.
Yeah,
Oh,
you do that. Just, well, I shouldn't say go back to the piece of shit you've been living in before, but
I
yeah,
want to
no,
make
I
sure
guess
this
you
place
good
is
here.
fixed up for Miss Cassandra.
Yeah, you
oh,
good here. Just hey, Tuck, just remember you keep paying the rent, cause they's about to like what they about to kick like don't get kicked out of your old place just in case Miss Cassandra ain't gonna let you live here.
Oh, don't you worry. I go back there and I make sure that I'm all paid up and I do my jobs there too.
Yeah, you's good, you's good. Just be careful.
All right.
I love you.
You be careful too. Take care.
Oh.
And then Cora, you're going to talk to your newspaper editor? Are you going to
yes, just to do the due diligence. If I'll be out of town, we're looking into the thing that you asked us to look into.
He says, excellent, excellent. Good job. Let me know if you need anything. And by that I mean get out of
Thanks.
here and go do your job. Bring me back a
Yes,
story.
sir. I will. Um, and then I'll pop home and just like I don't know, pack some shit for travel. Ask my old lady neighbor to water my plants. I'll give her a spare key.
Sure, okay.
These are important things, you know.
Yeah, the things you do when you leave.
Yeah.
What about Hal? Is there anything you need to prepare before you go?
No, his best friend is a doppelganger and has buggered off with the person we're chasing, and his dad is holed up in the castle, so he's pretty good to just sit at the bar and like have a couple pints and prepare for travel.
Okay, poor Hal.
Mm.
His life has been turned upside down.
He'd have it no other way. This is like the most fun he's had in a long time.
All right, and who we got left? Eva.
Eva's work is still on hiatus. Like she's not gone back to the back to pick up jobs since she left, so she has no one to report to. Her place doesn't need anything, so yeah, she's prepared to just go when you guys are.
Right, so she just sits with Hal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome. All right, so you guys.
Probably like shows him some card tricks. There's some like sleight of hand card tricks that she can do.
Ooh,
Cool.
You know the kind of things that you would bilk tourists with on a city street.
Oh
you,
man,
you
I think you
swindle him out
probably
of like 2
show
gold.
Hal a couple of them. He goes, Dimble did that one too. He was really good at it.
Yeah.
Dimple, he's in trouble.
Piece of shit.
All right, so you guys meet back up at the Yawning Portal. Dora is there. She hasn't left. She's got a little bag with her. And you go to a quiet room where you will not be interrupted, and she casts her teleport spell, and you are teleported to the lovely Boriskir Bridge. But we are going to use this as an opportunity to take a break. So let's take
Okay.
our 10 minutes right now, and we will meet back at 20 to the hour to pick up.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
See you guys in 10.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stone's Whisper. We've just come off of our 10-minute break. The group has just sort of finished up their last things that they were doing in Waterdeep, and we are headed via teleportation spell to Borskir Bridge, where you will be heading into the Serpent Hills to try and find Cassandra, your lost or stolen,
Patron.
I guess, kidnapped friend and Patreon, I guess. Patron, not Patreon.
Yes.
Our
Yeah,
benefactor.
patreon.com doesn't exist in this universe as much as I wish it did.
It's about to.
I mean, in essence.
Mm.
You, as I said, you guys get together with, I want to call her Nessia. The picture I gave you is for the half elf is actually one of my D&D characters.
Okay.
But I changed it. And I should have just left the name because I'm just going to call her by the wrong name the entire time. But Cora
That's fun.
is, she takes you into one of the quiet rooms, as I said, at the Yawning Portal, where you she casts the teleportation spell. She is, for all that she is awkward and strange and sort of vaguely uncomfortable at all times, when she is casting, she is efficient. She seems to be like her safe place. She knows exactly what she's doing. There's no wasted movements. She seems to be very, very good at her job. And teleportation's a decently high level spell. She seems like she's a very capable wizard, maybe not capable in life, but capable of magic casting. And you are. Oh, we should do the D100 roll just to check. Who would like to roll?
Yes. Oh my god. Can I do it?
Yes.
I'm so down to fuck up. 25.
Oh, just what we needed. Fucking hell. Oh my god.
What I'm here for.
I'm actually checking because
It's 25 to 100 is good. I think I remember.
yeah, very familiar. 25 to 100. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's very on brand. I'm really embodying trickery cleric here tonight.
So the good news is that you make it safely to Borskir Bridge. I love this picture. This is an actual official picture of Borskir Bridge.
Oh, that's
wow.
haunting.
It's a pretty spectacular place. So the bridge itself is made of black granite and has a statue of Cyric at one end and the statue of Baal at the other end. This is was erected representing the combat that was held at this location between these two gods. On one side of the bridge, just over here, there is a. How should we get going? Oh no, Chang, did you just get back? I thought you were back already. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't think did I miss much?
No, we just teleported to Borskir Bridge, so you're fine.
Yeah, fine then.
By the skin of our teeth.
And you've played Journey of Dragons with me, so you recognize this bridge, I'm sure, because it features in Tyranny as well. And there's sort of an old abandoned fort that is sort of crumbling down on one side of the bridge, and this fort is not it's not really used, but kind of around it and at some point within it, but again it's crumbling, so it's tents inside of it. There's this sort of semi-permanent tent city that has been set up. There is one place in particular that is sort of a large standing structure that is it is a tent, but it's one of those like permanent tents, and it has a sign outside the front that says Bolo's Tent Side Inn. This is a boarding house, and it is known to be a little bit on the raucous side.
Ooh.
And then there are a bunch of other sort of like temporary places that have been set up around. This is sort of a stopping point for a lot of the caravans that come up along the tradeway. So sometimes people will come this far and ply their wares here for a while. And other times, people are just traveling through, but they'll often stop here for the night, resupply with whatever they need, and then go on about their their travels. And so that's why this is really great for you guys. There's definitely boats here to take a river option if you so choose. As you can see, there's not really like specific docks or anything, but you can get a small boat here and head on up the river on it. When you arrive, we're probably talking evening-ish, I guess, by the time everything that has happened today. You've done some exploring, you investigated the shop, you've stopped for lunch, you've met with Stygier, you've met back up with each other, and then sort of separated again to finish up what you needed to do in town before heading out here. So this is probably exactly what you're seeing, sort of a sunset, beautiful day, and so Nessa, nope, Dora says, all right, I will wait here. If you decide not to come back this way, I'd appreciate you let me know. I'll wait for, I don't know, 10 days maximum.
I do have means of magical communication, so we'll let you know if the plan changes.
Yeah, so if you don't come back, like I said, I'll wait here 10 days, and then we'll just assume that you've not able to communicate with me. I'll pass that along to the Mass Lord who hired me. And otherwise, just don't leave me here all by myself, please.
All right, we won't.
I'm trying not to.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go get some room, or get a room at the inn. Bye. And she just sort of like walks off awkwardly.
Oh, I love her. She's precious. Can we keep her? I'm kidding.
Okay.
Are we
Try and
going
get
to
ourselves a
make
boat,
headway
I guess.
tonight? Yeah, try to get a boat and start heading out.
Yeah,
I
worth
don't
it.
want to travel much into the night, but pardon? Sorry.
What'd you say, Turnip?
Oh, he's dead.
Turnip. Did we lose you? Chang, are you still with us?
Yeah. Did you ask? Sorry, did you ask me a question?
Yeah,
you started saying something and got cut off.
I was just saying we go by boat now.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna get a boat then.
Sorry, I zoned out. I was like, I was looking at my second monitor.
No worries. Early in the morning, I struggle too.
Oh boy. Also, Eva, welcome to officially the furthest from home you've ever been.
Thank you for reminding me. I was trying not to have that panic attack.
No, it's so fun. It's exciting. A little
Sure.
camping trip.
It's the furthest from home I've ever been to.
Oh, really?
Honestly,
I'm actually closer to home now than I was.
Well, honestly, Waterdeep was furthest. Now this is.
How do you travel much?
No, this is the farthest I've been. I mean, I've pretty much been raised in Waterdeep. The furthest I've been was Daggerford before, and now it's here.
Oh, wow. All right.
It's like that moment in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, if I take one more step from the furthest from home I've ever been.
Yeah.
That's what Hal says for the rest of the journey, every step.
Every step he takes, if I take one more.
All right. So the logical place to start is Bolo's Tenside Inn.
Okay.
It's probably the place to. I don't know if you want to do any information gathering. I will just sort of remind you out of character that Cassandra went through a portal, but that doesn't mean that she was taken immediately to where she has ended up.
Sure.
It's entirely probable that, much like you guys, this was a logical place for them to come. This is a good landmark.
Sure. Okay.
So it might not hurt to ask around if you're trying to find a little bit more information. And you can also, Bolo would also be able to tell you like where to get a boat and that type of thing. And also any rumors that are going on around here.
Yeah, okay. Then yeah, I'll try and find the barman.
So You head on in. Bolo's Tentside Inn. Like I said, it's sunset. It's evening. This place is just a rockin'. There are quite a few people in here, and there's some quite loud and not great music, but very upbeat at least. That's going on in one section of it, and because it's a tent, you can kind of hear it from ages away as you're walking up to it. There's some people dancing to it, and they're doing a lot of Turnip. You're probably familiar with a lot of these dances that they're doing. It's not sort of the highfalutin, snooty dances. It's more the country, like jumping
They're
around.
line dancing.
Yeah. Just the sort of leaping around kind of dances that you would expect to see in the countryside by more of the common folk. There's a lot of laughter. There's a lot of alcohol going around. There's a little bit of food, but mostly it seems like people have come here just to sort of let loose and have a good time. There's not a lot of other things to do out here, and like I said, this is a stopping point for a lot of caravans that are coming through, and so it's a chance to just like get away from the people you've been traveling with for 6 weeks and just enjoy other people's company and let loose a little bit. And so that is exactly what is happening when you guys walk in. There are a few staff sort of floating around the place, but the one that stands out the most is Bolo herself. She is a halfling woman with a shock of red hair, and she is just as loud and raucous as everybody else. She is, as she goes through serving the dancers, she kind of like goes through with her pints and does a few dances and makes it over to the other side and plunks pints down and leaps across the room. And when she sees the group of you coming in, she says, "Ah, we've got some more strangers. Come on in, friends. Grab yourselves a seat. Can I get you anything to drink?"
Yeah, we could definitely do with something.
Hells yes.
House ale it is. 4 pints coming up.
Sure.
Oh my. This is fun.
Does sound good.
If we survive whatever bullshit we're about to go through, I say we stay here for like a weekend.
So she comes back with 5 pints of ale, puts 4 of them down in front of you, puts one down in front of an empty chair that she drags over, and she sits down with you and she says, "Where are you from?"
Oh, incredible. We just got here from Waterdeep.
"From Waterdeep, really? Oh, that's a distance. How'd you like the
Yes?
tradeway? Is it safe? I've heard lots of people saying that there's been a weird band of goblins not so far up the road."
Oh,
We
have
we took a more
more
direct route.
route here. Jinx.
Oh, scary.
All right. Well, I'm sure someone else will be able to let us know if that goblin problem's been taken care of. Where are you headed?
Where are we headed? On a journey?
We
Up the
have to
river.
go. We have to go up the river. We have to go find something.
Oh, you want to be careful going upriver. There's Yanti in them hills.
So we'd
Yes,
heard.
we are headed toward Yuan-Ti territory.
No.
Do you know anything about them?
Right. Well, yeah, we get them here from time to time. I'll tell you this. The more snaky they look, the more you should be worried about them.
What's
They're
a
More
very
snaky, more shaky. Got it.
what's a yawn tea? What's a yawn tea?
Snake man.
they're like unique people that live in the hills. They rumor has it they used to be just regular folks at one point, but they dedicated themselves to a snake god, and they give up bits of themselves to transform into snakes and become more snake-like. In their mind, being more of a snake is being closer to God. Odd folk.
You know? I'm sure our religion seemed just as strange to them, so.
Fair enough. Different strokes for different folks, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
they don't cause us much trouble here, but they definitely think they're a bit superior than the rest of us. So do keep that in mind. Just if you meet them and you don't want to fight them, bow to them.
Good to know.
Got it.
Have
funny you should
anybody
say that. There
else
was a
shown up recently looking to travel upriver?
Yeah, you know what? I was just gonna say it's funny you should say that. There was a group of people. There was a noble woman. It looked like, to be honest, and there's a little gnome with her, and
Nimble.
couple of human men. They headed on up the river. Odd group.
This
Odd
woman,
group, I would say.
this woman, I'm guessing, didn't look like she wanted to be with them. Would that be correct?
She didn't really say much. Sort of kept her mouth shut the whole time. Didn't really get a chance to talk to her.
Sorry, is that a noblewoman, a halfling, and who else?
A noblewoman, a gnome, and 2 humans.
Noblewoman, gnome, 2 humans. Interesting. Okay.
How long ago did they arrive, and how long ago did they leave? Do you know?
They arrived, I'd say, a day ago, 2 days ago, somewhere in there.
Sounds somewhere in the
And
region.
did they
of the
leave
last
right away,
day.
or did they stay a night?
Oh no, they left right away. Seemed to be in quite a bit of a hurry. Don't know what they were doing, headed up that way in a hurry, but yeah.
Right?
Okay. Do you know anywhere around here where we could buy a boat, get up the river?
Oh yeah, I got a few of them here that I keep myself. I rent them out or I sell them.
Okay. How much we talking?
Well, it's 10 gold 10 gold pieces if you're gonna buy, and it's 5 silver a day if you're gonna rent. But if
Yeah,
you're
we
not
just
gonna bring
buy
it back, I require 10 GP down deposit if you're going up that way.
it. Then
Fair
we's gonna
enough.
buy it. We gonna buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess we're gonna buy
I
one.
think Hal puts like 12 gold on the table and just goes, for the drinks, the boat, and I hope it's your fastest, most well-maintained boat.
It is now.
Nice.
Well, the boat can only go so fast as we paddle the damn thing.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Interesting.
Bolo's got a good boat for you.
Much appreciated.
Yes, much
Follow me.
appreciated.
Come on down here. I'll take you down to
Mhm.
the water, show you where it is.
All right.
Also, to give you a heads up, we have a friend that kind of brought us here. She either describes the mage that brought us here. Can you make sure that no trouble comes to her?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
And she'll
Little
like
bit
slip
of a
her a
naive
gold for her
mage.
trouble, just to make sure that like she's looked after.
She sort of gives you a nod and she says, "Like you folk, you know how to do business. Appreciate that. Those men that you're asking about before that came up here, they did not understand how to do business. Rude.
Yeah,
That's
they
why I'm
are
telling
that.
everybody who walks through here about them.
Incredible.
Think you can stiff
Thank you
me.
for your
They didn't tip. They didn't
Oh,
tip. Brought them drinks all
Oh,
night.
what the hells?
fucking
Well,
rude.
didn't bring them drinks all night. I brought them drinks. 1 round. Didn't
I
even
mean,
buy
that's
from
all
them.
night.
Testing.
Ugh.
Tell you what, that rock gnome though, we can put him away.
Interesting.
She leads you down to the water to a boat, and it's an open boat. It's not got like a covering. There's nowhere to go down below decks or anything like that. It's pretty simple, but it does have a mast with a sail. And she says, you tap on the mast twice, and you say "en avant," and it goes forward. You say "arrêtez," and it stops.
Good to know.
This makes things a
It's
little easier for you. Just keep an eye on it because it will just keep going straight. You do need to
understood.
steer it.
Is
Okay.
there an option in this phone tree for a non-infernal language? Pour la boat control en anglais. Pushez le bouton un. Excuse my terrible French. I don't speak any.
How dare you?
And so with that, Polo sort of says, "All right, I'll head on up then and enjoy the boat. Enjoy your
Thank
time
you.
here in the Serpent Hills, and I hope to see you back with it soon."
Yep, we hope to be. And
she's
will you buy it back from us when we're back, or is this ours for life now?
yeah, I'll absolutely buy it back from you when you're back, and you just give me those 5 silver pieces that you're gone for the day, and when
Well,
per day.
we'll actually buy it. We'll buy it rather than rent it, and then sell it back to her when we're back. Was the idea?
I think what she's sort of getting at is the 10 GP is a down payment.
Right. Okay.
And then when you give it back, she'll give it back to you. She'll buy it back from you less however many silver pieces it is a day
Right.
that it's
Okay.
been gone.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
She heads on up, and you guys head downriver on your boat.
We're on a boat.
It
Who's
is-
steering?
What's that?
Who's steering?
That was going to be my question. Yeah, who's steering?
Me.
Turnip is probably. Yeah, I was gonna say Turnip is probably our
yeah.
most outdoorsy person.
I mean,
What kind of
lore
skill
wise,
check would it
it'd
be?
be me, but skill check wise, it would not be me.
Is it survival? Is it what? What are we talking here, DM?
So it's probably
Survival. I could see survival.
yeah. I think survival would make sense. And Turnip, I think based on your background, I think we would give you advantage on those checks. Just because you've probably handled boats and things before.
What's your plus to survival, Turnip?
It's a 0.
Okay. I mean, anyone have? I mean, I have a +3, but
I have a +1. I guess like maybe you steer the boat with guidance from Turnip, maybe.
yeah. Oh, I can. Yeah. Maybe I want to learn how to steer a boat, so I'll get him to show me. But I'll do it. But I'll get his guide. He can give out guidance too.
Yeah.
Guidance.
So yeah, you guys start heading down river or upriver, I suppose. Do you want to go ahead then, Cora, and give me a survival check, please, with advantage, thanks to Turnip's guidance?
Thanks, Turnip, and I'll cast guidance too.
Oh, guidance.
Oh. Okay, that's a 9.
Is that how we mean to go on?
It's dark. I can't see anything.
Here's the thing about boats. They've got a rudder, and you push the rudder left and you go right. And you push the rudder right and you go left. And you just can't wrap your head quite around it. It's fine when you're thinking about it, but then like when there's a rock coming up and you know you've got to get around it quickly, you're just pushing the wrong way. So
okay.
Turnip has to a couple of times kind of like take
No.
over.
The other way. Yeah. No.
Maybe we get Hal and Eva on the front, like fending, just like pushing off of stuff to make sure that we don't fuck things up.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm panicking a bit. I'm scared.
It's okay.
Hal,
it's okay.
Can we get a strength check from you, please, with advantage thanks to Eva's help as you try to fend off the rocks that are coming rapidly towards you?
Do we have oars on the boat, or is it just a
Yes,
pure sail? Okay.
No, there would be oars as well.
All right, you use that and push it off the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hal, you are able to fend off the rocks and get the boat around them without taking any damage. This is bringing back, by the way, traumatic memories for me of sailing with my father on the river where we used to live.
No.
Because he'd be taking the sails down and he'd make me like, you have to turn into the wind, and so I'd be like, turn into the wind with the sails down, and then there'd be a boat coming and he'd be like, turn, I'd be like, I can't, you're taking the sails down, and we'd be screaming at each other. There'd be rocks coming towards us. Anyway,
How big is this boat that we're on?
Enough to fit 4 people.
Yeah.
Are we
it's-
super like lopsided? Like the front where Hal's sitting is like way lower, and the back we're kind of up.
I was gonna say it's probably real traumatic if Hal's running from side to side trying to like push off the rocks because the whole boat's just rocking back and forth.
Please no.
Yeah.
Well, if it has a sail, it should be a pretty
Relatively stable.
decently sized.
Yeah, so it's probably about 16 to 18 feet long. It would be a keel boat, which would give it a little bit more stability because you need that with the mast. And but when Hal moves, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna rock back and forth. You're probably not gonna go in, but you're gonna feel it.
Hey, Hal, why don't you take off your armor? You just put it over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it off.
Also worth doing because if you fall in,
you're about to sink us. With your big
I
ass.
can't. I'm gonna need some help though. I can't reach all the straps in the back.
I can help. No, you're busy.
Right.
You're driving.
I'm not good at this.
And I think while Hal's getting help taking the armor off, he's gonna just say, you know, that lady was very forthcoming with information. Was it wise to let slip the poor girl that we brought down with us?
I mean, we
so
paid her for a time.
Kirsty,
Most people like that
sorry.
will they'll respect the money more than they respect anything else.
I've passed through there before, I assume, because I made my way up the trade route toward Waterdeep once upon a time. I probably would have stayed there. Is she always like that? Was that like unusual?
No, she's always like that.
Okay.
She's a talker for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sorry, I'm just writing a number in chat for no reason. She's a talker for sure. The thing about Bolo is that if you pay her well, she's to be trusted.
Mm.
If you don't, she doesn't care.
Okay, so she's
and
probably fine.
yeah, based on what you heard, she's probably like, unless someone offers her like a hell of a lot of money, she is gonna do as asked and look after this woman. She's got a little bit of a soft spot for people. She's a kind-hearted woman in general. But like
Mhm.
if you screw her over, she's gonna screw you back over. And I think that was, so her talking about these people that she was
They were rude to her first, so she.
exactly, and they didn't pay her well, and yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. She's good people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So we kept up the social contract. We paid her. She should hold up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, beyond our control now if she doesn't.
Yep.
Alrighty. So I guess it is starting to get towards night at this point. So the good thing about the boat is that it only takes one of you to keep it going while the rest of you get some rest.
Mhm.
Um,
We could
so
manage it in pairs, like 2 of us watch the boat, 2 of us sleep, then switch over.
Sure, whatever works. I'm fine with that. I'm doing a great job here. I'm not panicking.
so you've got a little over 2 days worth of journey up the river. By boat. It would take you a lot longer if you were walking. But by boat, you're about 2 days journey until you start heading into the Serpent Mountains. And so you've got time to rest. You've got time to you obviously you're going to take some breaks and stop along the way. Actually, it would probably be a little bit under 2 days.
Okay.
Being as you could go for 24 hours, so you can essentially like almost triple the time that it would take you walking.
Yeah, that's good. We're crushing it.
Yeah.
Anyone know any good boat songs, Turnip?
Yeah. You and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars, where the cool grass grows. Staying the whole night through, feels so good to fish with you.
Incredible.
If you don't have inspiration, please take it for that.
I get it every morning.
Oh, you're right. You've got that.
It's human trait.
Phenomenal. Yeah, keep me entertained while I'm steering this, or I'll zone out. Tell stories, sing songs.
So I guess as you guys travel, you see some interesting things as you go. There's going through the High Moor is quite a different landscape than what you are used to. It is, obviously very wet. There's also there's lizard folk and bullywugs that live around that region, and so when you get to sort of that part, there's the forest of worms on the one side of you, and you've got the high moor on the other side of you, and you get to see some cool things. Like I said, lizard folk, up and down the river. There's also some bullywugs, and on the other side of you, in the forest of worms, you see a dragon one day. It's just a little
Okay.
one, creeping. It looks like it's maybe a juvenile. It is green in color, so one of the chromatic dragons.
Chromatic, yeah.
But it kind of like watches you and like almost stalks you for a little bit, but you're not really concerned about it. It's much too small to be much of a threat, and it seems to realize that. It's more like how puppies like
Mm-hmm.
or kittens like play stalk things just to like practice. That's kind of what it's doing with you. It's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Cute in a
How is it being,
terrifying kind of way.
yeah, cute in a terrifying way. How is it being trapped with your 3 other adventurers for almost 2 days in a small boat?
Better than a jail cell. I can cast magic here.
Yep. Far better than jail cell. Yep.
I think Hal's like really on edge. This is the first time in a long time he's not been at home without armor on. So like he's
Oh.
on a boat, no armor. He feels real naked.
I mean, nope.
Especially when you're being stalked by a dragon.
Oh yeah, like that whole time he was probably just standing there staring at it.
Oh, Hal, are you nervous?
It's just I don't know how I'll defend you all if that thing attacks. I have no armor on.
Do you want? You can put half of it on. I've just got half armor on. I'll smack my whatever the fuck I'm wearing.
Yes, but the next time you hit a rock, if the boat rocks too hard, I may fall off, and then I won't be able to swim to shore if I'm wearing half of my armor.
I mean, that's
Yeah, we don't want that. Don't want that risk.
no. And listen, Hal, you're more than your armor. You defend us just fine without it. I'm sure of that. You're big and strong.
He just seems to be really like worried about it. He's stressing a little bit more than you'd expect him to be.
Aww.
It was the complete opposite.
Oh,
Aw.
squeak. Oh, Kirsty. This is so cute.
I guess you're like
turn, Jacob.
Turnip
Sorry,
is
go
out
ahead.
in his element, I guess, isn't he?
What, Hal's out of his element?
No,
No,
Turnip is
Turnip's
in his
in
element.
his
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I got my feet over. I got my feet dangling over. I'm fly
Oh,
fishing
wait.
as we're going up.
I was gonna
the
say, did
stream.
we bring you a fishing rod?
Yeah, I still got my ash fishing rod.
All right, excellent.
My ash wood.
Mm.
I'm fly fishing because we're
I
going
was
at
wondering what you were
we're
saying
going
about
at
your
speed.
ass fishing rod.
You want to give me a survival check, see if you catch anything?
Ah, it's only survival. Can I do a nature?
Yeah, you can do
Better at
nature.
those.
Guidance.
Yes.
Come here, guidance.
Oh, appreciate it.
Ah.
Ah, 6. No bites.
Yeah, it's
Going too
Yeah.
fast.
You get the idea, Turnip, that something's scaring the fish here.
Don't say that. Maybe it's us. It's just us.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
by
you.
day 2, if Hal like starts to mellow out a bit, he's gonna take the net he has and he's just gonna start like launching the net off the side of the boat and trying to trawl for fish.
All right.
Also, will
you
we
wanna
have
give
long rested by then? Sorry, is this day whatever?
Yeah, this is day 2. Yeah, you guys can do your long rest stuff. It's
Okay.
nothing
Okay.
can happen for a bit yet. Hal, do you want to give me a survival or a nature check? See if you catch anything.
Sure, they're both actually survival's somehow better. Both survival. There you go. 4.
Yay! Perfect.
I lose the
Nothing
net
either.
on a rock.
Looks like you guys are
No!
eating rations for dinner.
That's
Mm.
all right.
Eva, this is probably her first time on a boat of all things, so I'm going to do this. Oh, okay, she's holding okay.
You're not sick. Oh.
Not feeling seasick. Not feeling amazing and scared of just about everything we've seen so far, but not feeling sick at least.
Listen, I've been in such a constant state of scared shitless for the last few weeks that it's all just kind of the same to me, honestly. So I'm no more terrified now than I was in the city. So this actually feels quite nice. This is a fresh breeze out here.
Yeah, you see, out here, y'all ain't getting that nasty city air where everybody's farting and shitting and pissing all over the damn place.
So what do you think people are doing?
That is not something I've noticed. It just smells like home.
I think we
Throwing the
live in
trash.
different areas.
They be throwing the trash out in the street and all that.
There's
The
people who
gong
clean it up.
farmers.
I don't think the city smells quite that bad.
On sort of like afternoon of day 2, the landscape changes, and instead of the moor and the forest, you're now seeing the foothills of the Serpent Hills. it's beautiful. It is lush and green and with some, really interesting rock formations. It's a really, really beautiful place. It's also a very sort of deadly place. And as you're floating down the river, you see a boat that has been sort of like dragged up onto the dragged up and partially hidden. It looks like it's been covered over by some bushes and branches and things, but it's not been covered terribly well. And Cora and Eva, you two spot it immediately. Um, but it looks pretty similar to the one that you guys are in, just without the sails.
Nope. Up ahead.
You want me to you want me to do this one? Or you's good?
I'll try my best.
All right, nice and gently. Nice and gently.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
take
right.
off the sail.
Not panicking.
I'm gonna refurl the sail.
Okay.
Would be interested in having a look at that boat.
Yep, that's what we're going over there.
Okay,
We're
cool.
not
All right.
panicking. Nice
Hal,
and slow.
all right, Hal, take the oars. Yeah, paddle us down, paddle us onto shore. Nice and slow.
Yeah, no problem. Hal will grab the oars and start to paddle.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make it to shore. There's a moment, Cora, where you have a little bit of a panic, but you just bump up gently against the shore and sort of paddle up a little bit. And whoever's at the front, probably Eva, is able to hop out and drag the boat a little bit further up onto the shore. And you've docked. Well done.
Congratulations, we made it.
I think we level up
Hal
twice
just starts
for that,
grabbing
right?
everybody's packs and like launching them off the side of the boat to whoever's there to catch them.
Poor Eva gets like beamed in the side of the head.
Bush. Like catches the first one, brained by the second one, knocked to the floor by the third.
The fourth one just pushes you further into the mud.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You said you're interested in taking a look at this second boat that's next to you.
Yeah, Eva's gonna go over once she's recovered from being pummeled by packs. Gonna go and have a look at the other boat.
Absolutely. So why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation check, please?
We didn't.
Guidance!
I'm gonna say we didn't ask her how they traveled. We probably should have done.
They said
But
boat. She said boat,
Did she?
didn't she? I thought she said boat.
Did she say they went by boat?
She said boat.
Okay, fair enough then. I will investigate. I will guidance. Oh, hey, 28.
Nice.
Beauty.
All right. So you take a look at the boat, and there's like a little nameplate thing, much like you've seen on your boat, that says "Property of Bolo." Bolo's please return to found. Please return to Bolo's tent site inn. She trusts no one. And the other thing that you find is there is a section of boat that has been burned, and it's sort of hidden just like under the gunnel, which is like along the side of the ship there. So it's really hard to see, but you're able to find it, Eva. And it says Cassandra's name.
Yes.
Oh.
We're on the trail, girl. Don't worry.
It's been burned in. You would guess it looks like maybe she's used like some kind of cantrip, like flame. What's the one? Flame.
Produce flame or something like that.
The one you throw.
Yeah, that's the one you can
Firebolt.
throw. Oh, firebolt. Yeah.
So something like that to just kind of like make it hot enough that she's able to sort of like burn in the side. And she's obviously done it somewhere where no one would
They
notice.
won't see. Yeah.
So it seems as though she is trying to leave you clues.
Good girl. Okay. Yeah, I'll let the group know. She left us a note.
Right.
Well, I say she left us a note. She left us her name.
Okay, that's good. That's a sign.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where we go from here. Like,
are there any footprints or drag marks from this boat?
Survival.
Guidance. Can someone help me look?
I am not skilled in survival. I don't think.
Well,
I could investigate, but not survival.
I will just survive, and I will use my inspiration that I haven't used in Aeon.
Yay!
And I will take advantage on this.
Okay.
Because I want to find our bitch. Also guidance. Do I need to say that anymore? We all know. Okay, thank God.
All right, nice.
17 as opposed
17,
to
yeah.
fucking.
So here's the thing: you do find, you sort of see the scrape boats, the scrapings where the boat's been dragged up. You see, you do see some footprints leading away. It looks like when they got out and then they sort of stacked all these bushes and things on top of the boat to try and quote unquote hide it. They left a lot of footprints around. You get the feeling that their survival is about as good as yours.
I'm so good at this.
The other thing that you find is, as you're sort of following where they've been, you find a little scrap of fabric that has been sort of stuck on a bush. It's like one of those spiky bushes that you find, and it's a little bit of fabric has come off. It's a very fine piece of fabric. It looks like it could be possibly from Cassandra's clothing. And it looks a little bit singed around the edges, as though she's
Leaving
done
us a
this on
trail.
purpose to try and leave you a
Hell yeah.
trail.
Ah, atta girl. Okay. We're following the trail of burned clothing. It's like trying to find me after a Friday night.
I was going to say, I just imagine like they get there and it's like, hey, where did your clothes go?
Are you naked? No.
Have you always been naked?
Yes.
Yes, this entire time.
Yeah.
You kidnapped me in my own home. Of course I'm naked. Okay, so I guess we're going to keep an eye out for scraps of this fabric as we go.
All right, so let's get one more survival check as you start heading off into the beautiful Serpent Hills.
And this is survival, not perception. Okay. Anyone?
I was going to say, you can have advantage. I assume the party is assisting you with this.
Yeah, we'll assist you in the best way we can. Like, Eva's okay at like tracking people in a city.
Yeah, everyone
so
have your
there might be
eyes
at least
peeled.
a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
how's
you guys
helping
know
by
what
not
you're
walking
doing
in
now.
front of you?
That's fair. I'm distracted when Hal walks in front of me.
I'll assist with my nature check somehow.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, guidance. Come on, roll so good. Okay.
21.
21.
You have no problem following this trail. Cassandra has done a pretty good job of. There's areas where like there's scuff marks. It looks as though she's purposely dragging her feet and trying to make a path on the ground. There's areas where grass has been trampled over. She's specifically trying to leave a trail, and it shows. You do also see little every once in a while there's another little bit of cloth that's left behind. It looks like she's taking from petticoats or that kind of thing, so that it's not apparent to
not obvious. Yeah. Okay.
The trail does stop at one point. You see some blood on a tree branch nearby, and the trail gets a little bit less obvious after that.
They caught her doing it.
But it's still.
Question, Kirsty. Is there wildlife?
Of course,
All right.
yes, there's absolutely wildlife around. There are, for starters, this is the Serpent Hills. There are snakes all over the place. It's also, it's lush and green. You're going to have like squirrels and chipmunks. You're going to have deer. You're going to have all kinds of creatures. And of course, birds and all that kind of thing.
All right. This is where I will cast Speak with Animals.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you casting it on? What kind of what kind of animal do you find?
I believe he.
It's on myself. I can communicate with any one of them.
I know, but what kind of animal do you wish to speak with?
Let's see. Birds, actually.
Okay.
Any birds?
So there is a little. We're gonna go with chickadee. For those of you not Canadian, chickadees are little tiny sparrow-like birds with little black caps on their heads, and they say chickadee-dee-dee.
They're the
Okay,
sweetest
thank you
little
for that.
thighs.
I think I've heard the name, but I have no idea what that is. So
They're super cute. I highly recommend Googling them. They're adorable little birds. And there's a little chickadee. The other thing about chickadees is they're super brash. They're not very afraid. And this one kind of like hops up and gets quite close to you and sort of tilts its head to the side and looks at you as you whistle at it, Turnip.
Yeah, hey, yeah, y'all seen like a lady around this tall with like yellow hair? Wait, what color hair does she have? Whatever color hair she has, and she like dressed real nice. She like, you know.
The bird says, yeah, I saw some people. About a day ahead of you. Make lots of noises. Crash, stumble, bang.
A lot of noises. Which way?
And the
That
bird sort of
way?
like flies off in a little loop or in the direction that you guys are headed and sort of says, this way.
All right, come on, follow me.
All right.
That'd be pretty. I think Turner was just like chirping, not even speaking common.
Awesome.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, the little bird sort of like flies and it sort of says like, I didn't follow them, but they went this way.
All right, they went this way.
Okay.
Y'all got any friends that might have been around further down?
I'll go see. And the little bird flies off, and it comes back maybe an hour later. Oh, how long did your spell last?
10 minutes. I can cast
10
it
minutes?
again.
Yeah, okay. You might
Oh,
need to cast it
it's a
again.
ritual. It's a ritual. I can just keep keep casting it actually.
Perfect. Okay. So it comes back about an hour later, and you have to recast your spell in order for it to be able to speak with you. But the bird sort of says, "Don't go that way. Bad place. Bad place. Don't go that way. Bad place. We don't go there."
All right, is that the way they went though?
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you for everything. Y'all good?
Bad place on a hill. Bad place on a hill.
Is it made out of rock?
Uh-huh.
Does it look kind of like this? And I'm pantomiming a box, sort of like like an actual like man-made structure, or
Down.
like a cave.
Box, but fall down box.
Okay, all right. So the bird told me, a little bird had told me that there's gonna be a giant hole somewhere in the hills. So just be careful. And apparently that's where they went.
All right. No, it's good we have direction. Does it? Are there a lot of people there? Is it abandoned?
No, I don't.
Weird.
Cora, I'm talking to a damn bird. I
can
don't
see that.
think
It's fantastic.
it knows that much.
We could just ask, is there a lot of people there? Is there a lot of movement around there? Birds see things.
Oh, have mercy. Did you see lots of other people like me and us? Tall and
Or even
short.
snake people.
Just snakes. Snake. Big
Snakes
snake.
with all right,
Big
snakes
snake. We don't go there for the snake.
snakes with arms?
Uh-huh. But there's the
All
big
right.
one. There's the big one. You have to watch out for the big one.
All right, so there's a lot of them with them yapple tea people.
Yuan tea. Yep.
Snapple tea?
No, Snapple
Yep, it's an
tea
apple
sounds
tea. Yeah,
exactly
close enough.
Them yon teas. And apparently there's an even bigger snake, like an actual snake, like an anaconda or something like that, like a
Oh
like
god.
a python.
Fun. Okay.
All right, thank you. I'll wave
Yeah.
them off.
Give him some food for trouble, maybe.
Oh, he's so cute. I want.
Do I have to?
I mean, you pay people for helping, surely.
I don't know how it works in the bird world. I don't know if they have a concept of commerce.
Yeah, these birds, for sure. I'll take out some ready to eat oats.
Oats.
that we would use for our porridge, just like dried oats. Hey, you want some? There you go.
It flies down and it stuffs its little face. I don't know if you've ever seen a chickadee eat, but they're almost like
Yes.
chipmunk-like in the way that they like stuff their little cheeks full of seeds.
Oh my god,
Oh.
they're so cute.
I'll let them eat out of my hand.
Yeah,
Oh.
it like pick, pick, just gently and eats the oatmeal and sort of says and flies away.
Feeding chickadees out of your hand is one of the world's greatest delights. I will throw that out
Right?
there.
They're possibly my favorite bird, and by possibly I mean definitely.
Mm-hmm. Turnip Disney princess. Also, who has whiskers? Where is
I
that
think
mouse?
we left home with Cassandra for safety. Well, I hope we did.
How well did that go?
I mean, he can hide at least, but having him with us would not be the safest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, God no, he'd be dead. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll worry about that later.
He's probably hanging out with Turnip right now. Not Turnip.
Tucker.
Okay, Tucker.
Tucker.
Tuck, big tuck.
Big Tuck.
Okay. All right.
All
So
right.
what?
After you guys travel with this little bird for a little bit, you do find what looks like a campsite. It looks as though they camped for the night at one point. And you are going to have to do the same. It's getting dark. You don't think that you can follow the you don't think you
trail
can
in the
you can
dark.
follow the
Yeah.
trail in the dark. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you set up camp. I'm just going to sort of speed us through this because it doesn't
Mhm.
really, it's not going to have an impact. You rest for the night. It's perfectly fine. You don't encounter anything. I assume you keep watch and do the things. And in the morning, you move on. Roughly sort of just before noon is when you see what the bird must have been talking about up ahead. And actually, the image that is on your screen right now, you can kind of see this sort of broken down castle temple kind of thing that kind of goes up the mountainside. You actually encounter something very similar to this. It worked out quite well. My picture and my map match for once. Hooray! And so there is this sort of like this area that is built up. It's probably a little bit more crumbly than the image that you're seeing. And it's an old ruin. It looks as though it was built by possibly the Yonti or maybe humans. It's kind of got that sort of vibe to it. And it seems as though you can there's a trail that you could walk up to like the main pathway up. And then it's on sort of several layers. And I'm going to bring you over to a map right now. You're a little bit closer than you probably would be, but I just want you to kind of get a view of the area.
All right. Do we want to approach from the top?
I think we want to. I think we want to look around it first.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We're not going straight in the front door. That's stupid. That's suicide.
Yes.
So yeah, there's this area up, and on these plateaus, there is a wall that sort of surrounds it, and so you can't really see as to what's going on inside. There is definite signs of life, though. You do see smoke rising from it. You can hear the sounds of creatures moving around. This seems like there's definitely more than one, possibly like a small village kind of idea going on here.
All right.
Okay. Do you want me to sneak my way around the place? Do a little recce and see what we're dealing with?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah, just in case of them lemon tea people.
I think this is definitely where they're going to be.
Yep. Here you go. Hold on. Don't sneak off just yet.
Whee.
And guidance and have fun.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll like do a stealthy as I can reconnoiter around the outside.
We're lost her.
Silent. Kirsty, are you muted?
I am talking away, and yes, I am muted.
I was like, that probably means Kirsty's muted. There we go.
Kirsty goes weirdly silent. Yes,
Mm.
sorry about that. It was funny because I was talking and it sounded like you answered a question that I had.
Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
And so I was like, yeah, they can totally hear me. So Eva, you're taking a looky-loo around the area. Can
yeah,
you please give me a stealth check with advantage as you
yeah,
start sneaking around?
yeah. Advantage and guidance.
Oh, Jesus. Nice.
All right, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a problem. Eva, you can go ahead and you can sort of move yourself around the map.
Okay. Well,
I will tell you when you get to. Actually, I'm going to put like a sight line in here,
mm-hmm.
just sort of. So the cliff kind of goes up to about there. So I've put in a bit of a sight line, not to stop you from moving past it, but there's a cliff you would have to climb if you want to get up to the top to see
Okay.
the hub area and looking down onto the whole area, because as you
Mm-hmm.
saw in the original picture, there is kind of mountain up above.
Yeah. Okay. So this is all cliff
Eva,
above
I need you
me.
to stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you are invisible is the good thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into this area, you're about to stand on one. And oh no,
Mm.
they've got blind sight.
Oh.
No way. Eva, you get attacked. You
Oh,
put
fun.
your foot in a bush and a snake tries to bite you. It hits for 13.
It misses me.
Okay. You pull you just like you know there's something there and you step back. And this area, when you look at it, there is just snakes slithering all through here. Lots of
Eesh.
them. They're sort of green and they look like that.
Oh,
Delightful.
Can you give me a nature check, please?
Okay. Normal roll, no guidance because not same skill. Nature.
Nice. You do know this about snakes. It's not the time
Mm-hmm.
of year where you would expect them to be clumped up in huge groups like this. This
Mm-hmm.
is odd. Might have something to do with the Yuan-ti, might have something to do with the area around here. Who knows? But this is weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So this is a all mountain, no way up here.
Well, you can try and climb it if you're willing to do
Mm-hmm.
some athletics checks to climb up the mountain. But if you're just sort of walking around, then no, you couldn't get any further that way.
Yeah, I do have a climber's kit with me. But would at least make it a little bit easier for us to get up there. Okay, gonna get around the other way.
Sure.
Eat.
hello, goodbye.
Hello, goodbye. Okay, so this side maybe.
This side's a little lower, and sorry, just as you get to about here-ish. Oh, I'm on the GM layer. As you get to about here-ish, and you can kind of see up into the first kind of plateau area, there is a ruined building, and you see some creatures moving around, and they are sort of snake people. You can see that they're humanoid in shape. They have what looks like normal humanoid arms and legs, but you do see like there are scales on their skin. You see some signs of fangs. Some of their eyes have the snake eye appearance as opposed to like what you would normally see a regular eye. These seem to be I don't know how much Eva knows about Yuan-ti, but these
Probably
would
not
be
a
kind
huge
of
amount.
lower class
Lower class, okay.
Yuan-ti. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I assume I can't see anything much over these cliffs except that like there's buildings up and around, up and around
Exactly.
above. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And are these like solid walls or are these like ramps that we could go up?
These areas here are ramps.
Okay.
And then these areas here where the line of sight is blocked are it's cliff
Solid
and then
walls.
wall.
Okay. Okay. Okay, she'll come back and she'll relay. So we've got 2 ways up. Either ramp this side is probably our best bet. There are gonna be contacts in like the first buildings we get to when we get up to the side there. I saw multiple in the one to the south. I only saw 1 or 2. I only saw 1 in the building to the north.
Okay. Okay.
It looks reasonably defensible. I don't know how we get up here without raising the alarm. But I guess if we just go as quickly as we can, take out people as quickly as we can, get our girl get out. I don't know much about the layout on the inside, the cliffs and the wallings. The cliffs and the walls make it difficult to see what's inside from the out. Like we could scale. I have a climber's kit I could set up, but I can't see shit. I can't tell you what's on the other side of these walls.
Well,
Does
what
it
if
look
I...
like?
Hmm?
Sorry, go ahead.
Chris.
Okay. Does this look like they're like a military defensive position, or is this like a village? Do we give these people the opportunity to lay down their arms and just let us go get the person we're looking for?
I need to wait for Kirsty to come back on that one. It did look.
I don't
I
want
get the impression it was kind of villagey, but not sure.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
go
whack
in and just start
civilians.
killing a bunch of non-combatants. You know?
Yeah, fair.
Well,
Yeah, we don't have to
what
kill
if
them if they don't want it. If they don't want us, if they're not going to fight us.
We do have to keep in mind. I agree. First of all, let's establish that. But Bolo said that they sort of had a superiority complex, so they might just take us being here
They might, just take
an
that as a threat.
affront, right?
Yeah.
I agree. I think we should not go in there, swords a swinging, as they say. But we do have to keep in mind that they probably are not all that impressed by humanoids.
What if I just turn into one of them?
Holy shit. That's a
Does
great
that
idea. Can you
allow
speak
you to
Yuan-Ti?
speak? Yeah.
I actually don't know if they have their own language. I don't know enough about Yuan-Ti.
Oh, I'm so glad I got this.
Oh my god, yes. Well, that allows you to understand them, right? You can't speak it, but you could understand them. You could say that you're
Yeah,
like
which is good.
translating for your loser tourists, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point. Y'all's my help or whatever, or prisoner. No, yeah, I can't be my prisoner. I want to make too much sense. Yeah, y'all tourists.
We paid you a lot of gold to have a fun tour of the Serpent Hills, and
Yeah, they just want to sit like y'all's on safari.
this is our like grad trip, we're a bunch of frat boys going on a bar. I don't know. I like this plan. I want to see you as a Yuan-Ti.
We can give that a try.
I'll begin the process of turning myself
I was going to say,
into
out of character,
Yuan-Ti.
are we going to do that next session? Because I'm going to need to dash off relatively soon, I'm afraid.
Yes, we are. We are just about at our time. We're ending a little bit early today, so yeah, we will probably do this next session. And what I'm understanding from what I heard was that the plan is that Turnip is going to turn into a Yuan-Ti using comprehend languages in case they don't speak common, and the rest of you are here to tour the facility.
Yep, absolutely. We're a bunch of tourists in the Serpent Hills.
Okay.
Flawless plan.
That can't possibly go wrong.
Don't see how that could go wrong. Sounds great, guys. Oh dear. Okay, so we are going to save game here as we have to end a little bit early today. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate, especially Chris. I know you had to shuffle some things around to play with us today, so thank you for that. And
Oh, no
we
problem.
will play next week as usual, but we will be ending half an hour early next week so that I can make the torch run.
Yes.
Yes, very
Because if
exciting.
I'm up for it, and I'm a fool.
Double feature next weekend too, right?
Unless.
Yeah.
Unless.
Your DM cannot handle that much planning.
Well, we'll just talk
okay,
for
guys.
most of the time anyway. Let's be so honest.
It's true. I
Just put us in a
honestly,
boat. We'll play some travel games. We'll play a little those get to know you games. Okay, 2 truths and a lie.
I honestly thought you guys would be at this snake area before the end of last session.
No, we talk way too much.
And we've got BG watching us again, so thanks for watching us, BG, and
Yeah.
we will head on out. And Seb was here, but I don't know if he's still here. So Seb, if you're here, hi, and thanks for watching. And with that, have a good one, everyone, and I will see you all next week.
Yes.
See you all
Take care.
next
Have one.
week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.